and he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Turning it on. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Carried it all the way down to the 35-yard line before they finally got him stopped. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Looking for room. It's Pryor. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And they have made no bones about this first drive, have they? Like, they said they were going to come out and establish the run and be physical. And the more physical team was going to win. And this offensive line so far, first drive, setting the tone. Getting movement up front, getting running backs going. Palmer, the game gets very easy when you can run the football and establish that early in the football game.
And you just keep doing it until the defense can stop it. That's got to be so demoralizing on the other side of the football because you're absolutely getting the ball shoved down your throat right now early in this game. And you're right. You're letting the opponent completely dictate the terms of this football game to you. So until you prove you can stop it and you get more physical, it's going to be much of the same as this game continues to go on.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Caught. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 and the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
Defense becomes even more heightened in this area of the field. You get the short yardage situations, the goal-to-go situations. They got to be dialed in. That's 2 big stops in a row by this defense, forcing a 3rd and goal, putting some pressure now on this offense.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try to run with ball. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Thought he might have had a little room for a second, but he'll be stopped at the 28, and a pretty good job by the coverage unit. At the end of the play, there's a Georgia Bulldog who has yet to get up. That is their sophomore starting wide receiver. Hope he's just shaken up momentarily. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on it. 2nd and 10.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive, you want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Off the boot, looking for his man. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Gators! Talk about a breakdown in coverage. That might be the easiest catch he'll have all day.
And it doesn't get much easier than that, except the hardest part about this is the walk to the sidelines, because then you have to justify what happened, and your defensive coach is going to be just a smidge upset that you left that guy wide open in the end zone for the big play.
He'll bring it out. It's Phillips. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Back to throw. It's Stockton. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. And the Bulldogs come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Looking downfield on 1st down. Stepping to the right. Uncorks one. Finds his man. It's Frazier. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Dogs! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Takes the handoff. It's Pryor. Runs through the tackle. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, look out on the right. Past the 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points. good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Phillips. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Georgia. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Going over the top. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. And is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Howie Rowe will check in on his condition. One final play before the end of the quarter. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Unloads it downfield. Picked off. What a play to set him up. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Fireworks aplenty in this first quarter, and these two teams put up some numbers as we look at the stats. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. So first down here as they go back to work. On the run, it's Phillips. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Dogs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
They'll keep it on the ground. He breaks a tackle. There's a little room there. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
I think one of the hardest places to move the football on the field is right outside that fringe area. Now the offense gets to skip that area because it was a great job by this running back making something happen, getting the ball all the way.
And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The extra point here would tie the game.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all. Halfway
there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. And And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Can't get him to the ground. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Scrambling away. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket, the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
Handoff for Frazier. Inside the 25. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, it's an electrifying run. If you think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs, Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy, no Sean Marino, and how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Off the play fake. Skips away from pressure. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Looking to throw at Stockton. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
And that is a great job of executing the down and distance, understanding it's third down. And now it's about clock management and understanding what our score is, right? A field goal is big time, so I can't take sacks. I got to be smart with the football. I can't turn it over. A field goal gives me the lead in this football game. I got to play this smart right now in this part of the field.
The Dogs have it in scoring position on first and goal. He goes right back to the air. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldog! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is good. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And I know that wasn't a big game, but this offense needed that, man. That back-to-back picks on back-to-back possessions, they got to get something going, get some good mojo, get everybody believing again, and settle their quarterback down.
Looking to fire. Over the middle, complete to Wilson. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
That's reeled in. It's ball. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Bulldog! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
If you're laser focused on defense and you're dialed into the quarterback and you're breaking on the football when he throws, you get a lot of tips, you get a lot of deflections, and then it just happens to bounce to your guy, and your guy does the rest, takes it all the way back to the house. Big play by this defense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete.
And man, he was just like, forget that, guys. I'm getting this back on one play. Like, obviously the big decision last drive, makes the mistake, it goes all the way back to the house, and it looked to me like I want it all back. We're going to get the momentum right now. Defense ready, made a stand, made a nice play.
He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Going deep. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Trying to take it back. Smashes ahead. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. There's some room. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Going downfield for the big play. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that Bull Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, Week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. First up, a look at Michigan, taking on the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. And it's the Wolverines in this battle to get to 9-0. And if they figure out a way to pull it out, look out. 8 games, 8 wins. It's been a remarkable run so far. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Moving out to the right. Trying to escape and get it himself. Goes out of bounds at the 25, and that's the way to get it out of your own end. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield. It's Stockton. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. He's looking to throw. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The screen, he can go.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Looking to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Wants to adjust the pattern. On the move. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. How about knocking him down to stop him short of picking up that first down?
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
Safe completion on the screen. Maybe some room here. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down. And the Gators want to move quickly.
Well, when it comes to screen passes, you're just trying to mix them in different situations, and I like it here. First play of the drive on offense, and you're dropping back to pass. You're letting the pass rush get upfield, seeing if you can just get one into the hands of your back, get some blockers downfield. You don't obviously pick up an explosive play, but you get some good yards on that, and you give the opposing defense now something else to think about. You've got these screens in your back pocket, and you're going to use them.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to need to see from this offense, man. Once the field starts to shrink, you get on this side of the field, you're down by 10 points, man. You need to put the ball in the end zone. Like, you're thinking touchdown, not field goal. And they really got to be physical, establish this run game, and do everything they can to get 7 on this drive.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to add another. right down the boulevard. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. They'll run with Nate Frazier. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And on that situation, on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
This defense didn't hang its head. They've stood tall after the big play, 3rd and goal coming. And they'll get nothing going on this one either, at least back to the line of scrimmage, but it is 4th down.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
He splits the uprights, and that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Going to try to get it himself. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. The Gators want to crank the tempo.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the 1st down. Now you got to keep it going.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. This should be the last play of the quarter. Looking for space, it's Pryor. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Find space on the right. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. And the Gators are rolling down the field. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Fires to the right. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Another incompletion on third down.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A shot toward the end zone. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fellow? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Trying play action. Bringing the heat. Stands in and takes the hit. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. A nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. He might want another play. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Oh, he's got some space. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to a 27.
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door, put that foot on your throat, and not take it off. Nobody was open that time. It looked like he was going to get sacked, and he just very nonchalantly was able to buy himself some time, gets outside, uses his speed, picks up the first down. The offense stays on the field. They've already got the lead, and now they're just bleeding this clock away.
Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time this season.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do because this passing attack has not been great.
A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. There he goes. Take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Coming out with it, it's Phillips. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Sends it back in motion. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw at Stockton. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And that won't quite be enough for the 1st down as he's knocked down just short of the sticks. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Shakes off the defender. That'll be a 1st down, and the last one they'll need as they're going to get the victory in this one. The Bulldogs using their 1st timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. To the air on 1st down. Lofts one deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's not afraid to go deep. He's got it inside the 25. He is in. Touchdown, Dogs! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. There is little the Dogs enjoy more than sticking it to the Gators, and boy, are they doing it right now.
Yeah, taking care of business. And listen, Georgia prides itself on being a physical unit. Every year, they're going to just pound you and bludgeon you. And Florida has had no response, just like in the last several games in this series. Georgia's they got the upper hand.
Georgia's always had talented teams. Certainly that they were very talented back in the day when I played them. The program was in a great place. But because of recent success, they're just at a different level now. What they're recruiting, what the expectations are, and they're really showing that here in the 2nd half.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
The corners are walked up tight. The play action fake. Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to get the quarterback.
Gets the back moving. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. On target over the middle. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. He's going to fire deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And with that turnover, we come to the close of this game. Chapter of this rivalry in the books, and this one goes to the Dogs, who hunkered down and took out the Gators. This has been a presentation of EA Sports.